Good evening and good afternoon from wherever you're watching us from. Amazing, the sound is clear. So, Uncle Chile here identified into the show. Welcome on board, and let's see how far we can go with this. Now, I know, of course, it's Friday, so you might be somewhere trying to enjoy two for the road. But again, you've tuned in and decided, let me just listen to what this gentleman has to say tonight. So, welcome on board, all of you. And as you join in, do not forget to tell us where you're joining us from because it's a pleasure to have you here. It's a pleasure to always sit here and spit these nuggets of wisdom to you. And it's a pleasure to have you as my audience. So, welcome on board. If my sound is clear, do not forget to give us a thumbs up. It's a show that is also known as a fellowship. Narok is in the building. Who is this from Narok? I am Veric from Narok. I see you from Catch Mega Eva. Welcome on board. Let's say hi to some individuals before we start the show. It's never that serious. I see Dorcas Mwangis in the building. DJ, I see you. I see was Kaila Shamim. was was Kaila Shamim. Amazing. Amazing. I also see Dorcas, I see you. I see Abdi Malik from Marsabit. Hey. Marsabit tuko ndani. Abdi Malik, welcome on board, brother. I see Morris Walala from Kisumu City, United States of Kisumu. Rukia, I see you from UAE. Hamza Muse, I see you. I was asking my colleague, where did Safi disappear to? You guys are evil. You can't even ask where Safi is. Where did Safi disappear to? Eh? Well, Safi went to the village for Christmas and things happened and he remained there for a lifetime. Somebody from Utawala, Nyachichi, I see you. People on YouTube, where did Safi disappear to? Ramadan, Bube Agnes, where did you take Safi? We need to know. We need to go for Safi somewhere in Kampala. Good. So I see Leonard Cheruyot is in the building. Welcome on board, Leonard. You've taken Safi's spot. Erickson is from Nairobi. Where in Nairobi, Erickson? I also see Bube Agnes. Good evening. Uncle Chile, good evening. How are you? Jay Opando Pande is in the building. I see Anne Masharia logged in. I also see Onyango Joshua. Amazing, Joshua. Pleasure to have you on board, bro. I also see Mafuri Jr. My favorite way to unwind on Fridays. Hello once again from the gentleman who greeted you yesterday in the morning. Amazing. Hello, my friend. How are you? It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Bro, this guy, I met this guy in a suit. This guy, mstari ya suti hata nzi haiwezi pita, haiwezi karibia. Oh man, it was a pleasure meeting you, brother. And I told you we will be here on Friday doing our thing. Thank you so much for supporting our platforms. Amazing. From Sambi from South Africa, we see Leviana from Catch Mega. Kim, I see you. I see Sherry. I see Love is in the building. Escort, I see you. Blessed Generation, I think so. Carol Wiki, I see you. Holy from South Africa. I am a follower from Togo. Cheryl, princess. Welcome from Togo. We are in the building. The goat from Naivasha. Amazing, man. It's always amazing to see you guys here. Watching from Kariobangi, Kelvin Dairu. Kelvin, amazing. Watching from Stanley's Heaven, Muranga Town. Amazing. So Muranga tuko ndani. If you're in Stanley's Muranga taking shots. Now today I've decided I have to do this because you guys think I'm drinking or smoking pot. So today I decided my channel will be very visible so that you hold me accountable. Right? So yes, as you're somewhere sipping your vodka and fingering those eyes, sipping hard stuff and smoking pot, so we are here trying to tell you, you know what? It's just that you're lacking an identity and you're finding satisfaction in things that cannot fulfill a gap that was left by an absent father or a weak present father. Amazing. So either way, it is easier to have an absent father than to have a present father who is weak, and in his weaknesses, he can't know how to deal with your mother. And from that, he allows your mother to remodel you into her own image, and you become a woman. That's why you're insecure. That's why you overthink stuff. That's why you think everything is human nature. Human nature is evil.
evil, very evil. Every human around you is evil, including your mama and your pups. All of them are evil, and they're trying to control or hurt you. That's the truth. You can't see that because, of course, you're in the fallen state. And when I say these things, they come in hard on you because we're exposing a weakness inside you. And of course, you find a reason to retaliate. So we allow you. Now, remember this, that the spiritual order of life shall be enhanced, okay? The spiritual order of life. Sarai from Kapsabet. So now we have a Sarai in Kapsabet. Hey, Sarai, allow me to remind you that you gave birth, or you conceived at 99 years of age. And there is Anjeri somewhere who is worried about conceiving at 35. So the pressure is coming in. So learn from Sarai. Leslie, I see you. Dr. Spice Organics is in the building. Dr. Spice, welcome on board, brother. Thank you so much for the job that you're doing in that way of life. Joy Butonya is watching from Luanda. For those of you who don't know, Joy Butonya happens to be my sister. So amazing, Butonya, to have you here. It's amazing. Now, do not DM her. Hey, some of you are like, hey. 𝗗𝗘𝗔𝗟𝗜𝗡 talks bad about people. So we are going after the sister. Joy, if you see any DM, please, piga shots. Let's punish 𝗗𝗘𝗔𝗟𝗓 by going after the sister. You can't. I mean, Twinkle Nest, I need to talk to you on live. I have a burning issue. I need your advice. First things first, Twinkle Nest, welcome on board. Number two, I am not in any position to advise you, because if I advise you, I am remodeling you into my own image. You become a mini version of me. You will be unable to see things through your own window. Therefore, I highly recommend, all right? I highly recommend that you come in, we have a conversation, and if that conversation makes sense to you, that will be amazing. Ale Owino Adero is in the building. Welcome on board. What is happening to my YouTube? Is there a challenge with YouTube? All right. Thank you. So yes, let me just shift this as I make it happen for myself here. So yes, you are allowed to come in, request to be a guest. I'll take you in. We'll have this conversation. Watching from Botswana, it's Boshi. Hey, Liz. That's not a name, Liz. What a name. So yes, welcome on board, all of you. It's a pleasure to have you here. My name is 𝗗𝗘𝗔𝗟𝗜𝗡, and of course, the show is Identity Fridays. If you're on TikTok, we are live on YouTube. Today, we're not live on Facebook. We are only live on YouTube and as 𝗗𝗘𝗔𝗟𝗓 on that platform. We're also live on TikTok on health and wellness sport. We will shift to 𝗗𝗘𝗔𝗟𝗓 within no time. We already have the number of subscribers that is required to do us live there, but we'll shift there possibly if God gives us the grace in the near future, which we are just staying present. So today we're doing it on health and wellness sport. Mukire, watching from Meru. I spoke about Miran and the evil nature of people who are actually in business for Mira, and they came after my neck. Hey, there were a lot of people in my inbox telling me, oh, my father has been chewing Mira for 99 and a half years. He's now 98 years old. So you're so emotional until your father is older than, the time your father has chewed Mira is older than his age. My dad is 98 years, but he has chewed Mira for years old. You can't say that about our cash crop. Hey, yeah. Dr. Alice Africa from 𝗗𝗘𝗓𝗓 237 is in the building. How about bangi people? Bangi, nobody wants to smoke bang. People are trying to just find validation. People are trying to find solace in things that are outside them when the real world is happening in. That is how addictions begin. Addictions are not anything beyond lack of an identity. Either way, I have a question for all of you, and I asked this question on my platforms, and everybody was afraid to answer this question because, of course, they think it's a trap. It's not a trap. These questions are there to open your head and educate you so that you can easily maneuver this evil world without more pressure. So be kind to share the live so that more people can join in. All right? Yes, that is the only thing you can do for us on this platform. Just share our live, like the live so that more people can join in. And of course, we help more people. Just the same way we help you, and yeah, we make a team. I'm glad that we are actually a community more than a group of followers. All right, good. So, spiritual order of life that God above men, men above women, and women above children. That order must be upheld. Twinkle, I'm taking you in just a minute. So, God above men, men above women, women above children. That order should and must or has to be enhanced, because anything that goes beyond that order, children get to suffer, and you are actually a product of that order. So, therefore, your suffering comes in from you falling out of God above men, men above women, and women above children. Okay? So when this order is distorted in any way, let's say there was a weak father. That weak father made the woman angry. And when the woman is angry, resents the weak father. Now she has to guard children against the weaknesses of the father. That's how our mothers remodeled us into their own image. We became a woman in a man's body. We became a woman in another woman's body. And we started overreacting to what was happening around us. We overreacted to the external world. And that is what we've been living all through. So every single day, you're constantly, thank you for those of you who are sharing the live, you're constantly reacting to the external environment and thinking that that is who you are as a person. You're constantly believing that when you react to that external environment, you will be heard, you will be validated, because, of course, from home, there's no moral authority. From home, there's no classroom. From home, there's no order. From home, there's weaknesses. So therefore, you identify with weaknesses. And the moment you popped out of your mother's womb, conditioning started. Just the moment you popped out of that womb. Oh, some of you did not pop out of the womb because you were taken through a CS. But the moment you popped out of your mama's womb, the conditioning started. A script was written to you. Your mother told you how to behave. Your father was there telling you how to be a man. The society was telling you something. The schools were telling you something. Churches were telling you something in the mosques. And you became the version of them that is not you. So you became a useless version of these people. And now you're constantly relying on your understanding, your thoughts every single time to maneuver through life. That's why you are depressed, because the moment they taught you how to behave, you went into a fallen state. Now, in the fallen state, you will struggle. You will receive all the punishment, because anything that goes against nature has to be punished. So, in the fallen state, you're thinking that, oh, you know what? I have to shout to be heard. I have to respond to everything. I have to answer everything. I have to have a voice. I have to do this to be heard. I have to bring something on the table. How many tables shall you bring things on? Now that all becoming carpenters. Now you will have to bring every single thing you have on every table, because you've made the 13th mistake, but you're still making more mistakes. So how many tables are you going to actually fulfill uh, their need? So stop bringing things on the table because there's no table. Just the same way, stop paying attention to your thoughts, because either way, there's no you to actually be controlled. Everybody wants to control you. Now, when you overcome, there is no you. That's a very sensitive statement. The moment you overcome anger, there is no you. Therefore, nobody or nothing can actually upset you, because there's no you. Nobody can get you angry because you don't have the anger, and there is no you again. Nobody can exercise control on you, because what is you? Who is you? They don't know what to control. What you're thinking is you, is your thoughts. That's what you're thinking is you, and that's why you're being controlled. So, for example, if I upset you, whose problem is it? I am just living my life. So if you get upset, the problem is yours. And that is your problem. You have to fix it either way. Okay? Yeah. So you have to fix it. Whether you like it or not, it is always your business. So this is a fellowship, a very good fellowship that actually brings you back to order, helps you understand the spiritual order of life. And once you get back there, there's no depression, there's no anger. Realize there are only two spirits that are actually controlling people. One is the spirit of good, which is the spirit of love, and the other one is the spirit of evil, which is anger. So when you're controlled by anger, of course, you don't know how to behave around people. You think overreacting will actually give you a good feeling because you're chasing thrills. And in that fallen state, that's where suffering is. That's where depression is. Oh, I overthink. No, you are in the fallen state. You have anger. And anger is controlling you, and it's making you believe that you're your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. Imagine that. So as you go through this live tonight, I want you to understand. Try as much as possible to stay present here right now. Ignore any thoughts of the future, ignore any thoughts of the past. Just stay here. And on this live, we're going to help you how to understand how to deal with pain. What is pain? And how do you deal with pain? Amazing. So how do you deal with pain? So let me bring in this guy for a conversation before we proceed. Twinkle, why do you have this name? Is that your name? Twinkle something. Twinkle Nest or Twinkle who? Twinkle, 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 twinkle. We sing twinkle, twinkle, little stars. Hiyo wimbo ikiimba tulikuwa najua sasa it's time to put a kabag here. You know that kabag that was that kagunia bag. Those of you who went through a group of schools, you can't understand these things. You remember that kagunia bag that you used to put here and then you run as it's just doing this on your butt, eh? When you sing that kasong, you're sure now, tumeenda lunch. Hii tumeenda, haturudi hapa tena. School was crazy. Nowadays, you guys keep your children, you wake your children up at 4 and you put them on the roads. They are picked there at 5 and they're sleeping in the buses. They get to school, they're being conditioned even further. Right? And then they're taught the rainbow. We used to know the rainbow is something different. Now the rainbow is something different again. So we have to adapt the rainbow. Aye. And then they come back home, they can't even interact with other children. You have all these perimeter walls. They cannot even play around with other children. They cannot even play bare feet. So they're having all these chronic conditions and autoimmune conditions. It's amazing. You need to change. Twinkle, how are you? Wait a minute. Let me just clear. Right? Let me just make sure that the good. Here. Good. So, yes, Twinkle.
You can hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. How are you?
Yeah.
Why do you call yourself Twinkle?
I'm okay, but I've actually just changed right now. But my name,
Yes.
we can use, let's say, 𝗘𝗘𝗔𝗟𝗜𝗡.
𝗘𝗘𝗔𝗟𝗡, how are you?
𝗘𝗘𝗔𝗟𝗜𝗡. Yeah. I'm fine.
How do you know you're fine?
Not so fine. I really need your assistance. I don't think I'm healthy, I'm okay,
Yeah.
but mentally I'm so drained.
All right, welcome on board.
So I am a last born in a family of two boys, and me, I'm the last born.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad passed on when I was 8 years old.
Yes.
Oh, my mom took care of us
Mm-hmm.
at some point.
Yeah.
But when I was joining campus in 2014,
Mm-hmm.
my mother started drinking alcohol.
Yes.
She's learned, she's working, she's a civil servant.
Mm-hmm.
And my two brothers are also drinking alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so rough during campus days, and then I started working, and then I got a good job.
Okay.
So my family, all of them are drinking alcohol. When I talk to them, I am the worst one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand them. I can't even go home for holidays. I have to just stay in Nairobi. I can't just even go home.
Okay.
Because it's chaos.
All right.
I even went and took a loan
Mm-hmm.
to take my brother for a rehab.
Okay.
But after he came out from our firstborn, after he came out of the rehab,
Mm-hmm.
months later, he has started drinking again. The second born is living a very chaotic life. They have never even told me that I helped them getting a job. They're just lost in alcohol. Mom is also there. They can't even listen to me.
Okay.
So I really miss them. I wish to spend Christmas with them, to spend holidays with them, weekends, but I can't. I can't just go home at all.
Okay.
So I get involved with people just to get that love that I don't receive, but it has always ended up being so chaotic. So I don't know. I'm so stressed. I'm not happy.
Hmm.
I have a good job. I live well, but how they're living is really destroying me. I've reached at a point where I feel like one day someone will just call me and tell me my mother is dead or my brothers are dead, because the way they are living, I can't talk to them. They won't listen to me at all because I'm the last one.
Okay. So why would they listen to you?
I thought that they just because I'm the one seeing how alcohol is affecting their health.
But that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. Why is that your business?
Because when they get sick, I'm the one to foot bills, I'm the one to look for ambulance. I have to sort all those things.
Are they sick now?
No, they are not sick now.
Don't you think you're actually feeding their problem because you're actually coming in to play the father figure? So why are you being the father? Why are you being a husband to your mother?
Because they call me when they're in distress. There was a day my brother had an accident and I needed to foot bill for blood clot he had in his brain.
Mm-hmm.
The other one had, yeah, he has developed seizures because of alcohol.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
Also now, painful. I'm 30.
All right. Do you have children?
No, not even dating.
All right. So why are you holding on your life for the sake of your brothers and your mother? They chose that life. You didn't choose it for them. So why are you coming through for them?
Because I only have them.
No, the truth is you only have you. You didn't apply to be born in that family, and it's none of your business because whatever is happening outside you, unless it's hurting you physically, it has nothing to do with you. Your real world is happening inside you. So what you're doing right now, you're not actually helping them. You're chasing a thrill of feeling good because you'll be seen as the good daughter. You'll be seen as the good sister to them. So you're chasing that thrill of feeling good. That's why you even think that they're supposed to ask you to help them find a job. All right, because you're now into career and you're thinking that's the path that is supposed to be lived, and now you're actually passing judgment upon them, and you're becoming worse just like them. The only difference is you're not drinking alcohol. So the truth is you don't care about them. You actually hate them so bad because they're draining you, but you're pretending to love them because they're all I have. They're not all you have. If you cannot have yourself, how then will you have them? So the truth is this: the best way to love people is to let them suffer. They chose that, and choices have consequences. Your mother chose to go through that path. And then your mother, because of the absence of the father, it doesn't matter if the father died or he was weak or whatever it takes. The father was absent, and the mother had to take those responsibilities. That is unfortunate. But you see, now you're just becoming a mini version of your mother. Now you've held your life, you've put your life on pause because you know what, I have to help my family. My family comes first. You're wasting time because they actually don't come first. You are the only person. So then why don't you just cut off these links? And the only way to cut off these links, have you overcome anger?
No,
Have you apologized to your mother for resenting her for remodeling you into her own image?
not yet.
Yes, why don't we start there? Why don't you face your mother and tell her the truth? Because you want to release her identity so that you don't do things when you're actually chasing thrills. So why don't you just face your mother and tell her, you know what? I've realized along the way everything that actually happened has actually made me resent you for no good reason. So I am sorry. Now that I know better, I apologize. Once you've said that, you release your mother's identity. You release all these two feelings that you have, that you know what, I am this good sister, I am this good brother. Once you release those feelings, anything you'll be doing, it will not be you doing it. It will be the new spirit that has actually built a home in you that will be doing through you. But you see, right now, you can't see that because you are so held up in this rectum of this confusion. And now you're being controlled. So they know if they end up in jail, you're coming to save them. If they get in trouble, you'll be there for them. So they're actually manipulating you because you're emotional. You are unable to know because you think if I say no, I will hurt them. But you can't hurt anybody. They'll hurt themselves. And they belong there, so they chose that until they choose out. There's nothing you can do. So my word, do what you can or do what you want. However, my recommendations are go and face your mother or make a call to your mother and tell her, I have realized along the way I've been resenting you for all the things that have actually happened. However, now that I know better, I am sorry. And once you say that, you don't care about what your mother will say. You will have overcome her evil nature, her emotional nature, her evil nature, so that you don't become a mini version of her. And now you will see things in your own window. You will start getting revelations from that or through that spirit that you have inhabited on how to behave around them. So that when you choose to send them something, you will not be doing it because you want to feel good. You want them to accept you as their sibling. You want them to actually behave a certain type of way. You're not exerting control and you're not getting a thrill out of it. You're doing it because the revelation dictates that is the right thing to do. So you'll never ever feel guilty if your brother is actually gone through there to actually save him. You'll not feel guilty that your mother is sleeping in a trench somewhere because of her alcoholism and you have to come through. You'll simply pick up the call and speak how the revelation is actually doing. So it will not be you doing these things. It will be that spirit doing it through you. That is the best way to approach this thing. First, you must get an identity because you are acting at a center of judgment because you're thinking, you guys are drunkards. You guys, I'm getting in trouble because you guys will get me broke. So you're judging them and you're becoming just as worse as them. All right. So you have to get out of that. And the only way out is to face your mother and apologize. Be grateful, first of all, that your dad passed on. All right. And now that you are who you are at this moment in time, you need an identity. So go get your identity from your mother. And then through that identity, God shall reveal to you how to behave around them and how to treat them. And that might come with consequences, including cutting them off completely. And you will never feel any guilt. All right.
Okay.
Yes, that is what you deserve. You don't deserve to go through all these issues and the guilt that has been put in your head. That's a script you're acting. That if I don't save, if I don't help my mother, she will suffer, and people will think I am an Illuminati. Imagine I have joined a cult that I have all this money, but I can't help my mother. Yet she's suffering in the village. She chose that life, so she has to go through it. Everybody is in hell, and we are trying to see light. So until she gets to the rock bottom, she will never see the light. Be glad that you already have seen the light. So now once you've seen the light, you can't have that judgmental eye for those people who are still in the dark. You allow them to go through it until they get their realization and they wake up from the evil nature or the darkness. You cannot help them. You can't. Nobody can help you. Nobody is coming to save you. And either way, you cannot help them and you cannot save them. They will have to save themselves because everybody for himself and herself. All right? Yes. So that is your first responsibility. Go pick up that call and call your mother and apologize for resenting her for no good reason. Once you do that, you will see life differently and the revelations shall happen to you. And then from there, the devil's voice in your head shall get louder. So what do? You will have to start doing the silent prayer every morning and every evening, because the evil nature cannot allow itself to die inside you. So what will happen is you will receive thoughts of guilt, you will receive thoughts of ill thoughts trying to control you to actually play the guilt part. That is not your role. Your role will be, I have overcome this, so the only thing I do, I must overcome my thoughts so that I don't rely on thoughts, because all thoughts are evil about everything. They are evil. So therefore, overcoming thoughts means, one, you have to stay present every single time. Catch yourself, be grateful when you catch yourself going into the past or sending yourself into the future, but bring yourself back to the present. That is number one. Number two, start doing a silent prayer in the morning and in the evening. Simply close your eyes and pay attention to the thoughts that are coming into your head. Do not follow them. Allow them to come and go. All thoughts, whether positive or negative, because at this moment in time, you don't know what is positive, you don't know what's negative. So just allow thoughts to flow into your head and let them disappear. And then 5 minutes is enough. You can start with 2 minutes, improve to 3, improve to 4, improve to 5. Once you go through that, you will overcome your thoughts. Now you will have a spirit that actually controls you, and that will be a spirit of good because you overcome anger and the evil nature of your mom. That is what you deserve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have any objections to that?
No, I will practice it.
Yes, I wish you well, and you deserve better, and the best shall come to you the moment you just decide to make it happen. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I wish you well.
Thank you.
Amazing. Now, realize this. You see that guilt that you normally feel just because you've not helped somebody. That guilt that you feel that because you've not sent your mom some money or send your father something in the village. That guilt is not you because you're not your thoughts. That guilt is not you. I assure you, 100%. Please, I promise you. That is not you. That guilt is the evil nature in you that was planted there by your parents. So that evil nature is the one that controls you to feel guilty. Because in the light, or in the righteous state, there is no guilt. Because guilt comes from a guilt is an emotion coming from thoughts, and all thoughts in your head are all evil about anything. So overcome those thoughts, and the only way to overcome thoughts is to stay present. Pay attention to what is happening in your head. Most of you cannot think about nothing for 5 minutes because you think, if I don't think, I'll die. If I don't think, I will do this. If I don't think, you are suffering because you are constantly in your thoughts, and yet they are not even your thoughts. Please tell me one thought in your head that is yours, just one. Tell me one thought in your head that is yours, just one. And tell me how you made that thought. That is the first awakening. That's how you start realizing that I've been acting a script that is not even mine. I didn't even write it. So getting an identity basically is you writing your script from zero, interpreting it in your own words. Some of you read the Bible, but you interpret it with the devil in your head. Some of you get an idea to pray and you go on your knees and you start praying from your thoughts. Basically, you're thinking you're praying to God, yet you're praying to the devil in your head. Because here is where the devil is, and he controls you. He makes you feel guilty only to come here and excite you just because you've sent them money. And once they say, oh, my daughter, thank you so much, may God bless you, you feel good. So you didn't send that money because it was the right thing to do. You sent that money because you are chasing a thrill that they will make you feel good and validate you. And now you feel good, and now you want to send them more money. So how many times shall you chase that thrill? How many times? Most of you send your mother's money for no good reason, just to get the thank you from your mother. And then you say, it's better to have God bless you from my father or my mother than to actually have thank you from my girlfriend or a boyfriend. You're wasting time. It's better to have a thank you, a God bless you from a father. Your father is in a fallen state. That's why you're sending him money. He was supposed to make wealth for your grandchildren, for his grandchildren. But he failed. That's why you are finding a reason to send him money. You can't face that truth, can you? Father is a failure. Failure. And all of our fathers were failures. They couldn't make wealth for their grandchildren. And now we have to become retirement plans for them. That's a problem. And now you'll become a failure because now you're building your family, your father and your mother and all this. You're bringing in this nuclear family plus the extended family. And now you can't even handle it. You're suffering. Yet, they were supposed to make more wealth so that you make more wealth for your grandchildren. You're not supposed to go to school to come out and become a retirement plan to your parents. So how will you build yourself? Eunice Ayako, watching from Kino. Amazing. Amazing. Somebody had requested to be in. Who was that? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're just talking about how to deal with pain. All right. And there's only one way to deal with pain. There's only one way to deal with pain. First things first. Pain can either be happening to you, which is physical, or through you, which is the emotional pain. So two ways that pain exists. It's either happening to you, which is the physical pain, you have to go and find Medicare, or it is happening through you. The one that is happening through you is the most painful one. The emotional pain is the most painful one. Why? Because you have constantly held on to it. You've held on to it. You've identified with that pain and it has become you. And that pain is not real, is your thoughts. So the best way to deal with emotional, psychological, whichever pain you're having, except the physical pain, is not to deal with it. Don't deal with it. Why are you dealing with it? Because by the time you're thinking of dealing with that pain, it means you have identified with the pain. Because either way, you will not think about dealing with it if it's not part of you. So the best way to deal with emotional, psychological pain, internal pain, is not dealing with it. Is dropping all your thoughts because they're evil and they're lies. They're evil and they're lies. At all times, those thoughts are evil and they're lies. And there's no pain because it's not happening to you. It is happening through you. And on that note, anything that is happening outside you, anything that is not happening inside, is happening outside you, is none of your business. You are in the world, but not of the world. So anything that is happening in the world has nothing to do with you. I understand that everybody around you is evil and they're trying to hurt you. That is understandable. All right? But understand also that they are none of your business and they cannot hurt you unless you identify with them. Nobody and nothing can hurt you unless you identify with them. So you see, when you identify with them, you have handed over the power to them. Now you've allowed them to control you. I use anger to tell you this every single time. How much power do you hand over to somebody to actually control you in form of making you angry? How much power? People on TikTok, kindly, you're more here, kindly just like the live because we want it to get to more people. That will be amazing. So how much power are you handing over to people every single time you get angry at them? Imagine you are angry at somebody living their life. Eh? How crazy can you be? That you're actually angry at somebody because they are living their life. And then you call that, oh, they abused me. They did not abuse you. If they saw a dog and they called you a dog, that's their own problem. You can't dictate that you have to call me human. No, maybe to them they are seeing a dog. So allow them to see the dog. It has nothing to do with you. You know you're not a dog. It's like somebody coming to me and telling me, oh, you with that pink weave, oh, you with that human hair, whatever it is. Of course, this is human hair. But, but you with that pink wig there, you are a pedophile. You are whatever it is. Who cares? First things first, I don't have pink hair. I don't have the wig. I'm not a pedophile. So how do I even come out to prove a point? Yeah, if you're seeing a pedophile, that is you are. If you're seeing somebody with a pink hair, how am I responsible for what is happening to you? This takes us to the story that was trending the other day. A whole member of parliament, yeah, people from Kasarani, watu wa Kasarani, you failed multiple times. You voted emotionally. Now look at what is happening. So somebody's son, who apparently is not gay, all right? Yeah, he's not homosexual. Let's give him a benefit of doubt. So somebody comes out and says, you know what? Uncle Chile is gay. Yeah? He had an affair with this guy, and this guy is actually complaining that Uncle Chile wants him sexually. I'm there, I'm like, hi, my brand, Uncle Chile brand and health and wellness sports. This is tainting my brand. Oh, I have to do something. So now I will not defend anything if it's not the truth. I will never find a reason to defend anything if it's not the truth, because you don't even care. So now you have to come out and show us, you know what, guys, I can flex. And I will use this fight of these young boys to actually show you, you know what, I'm clean. And then you start your statement by telling us, I normally don't defend this. When you hear a lady or a man coming out on a video to say, normally I don't do this. Normally this one will be a long one. Safi's in the building. Safi! Welcome on board. Where did they come for you? Where were you, brother? They've come for you in Kijijini, somewhere in Kampala. Uchajiriwa msaja. Ugambachi. Karibu sana Safi. So either way, so I have now to come out and say, guys, I have these 2 millions. Take these 2 millions and and prove that I is gay. Prove that I is eating men. I'm like, hey, wait. Shots for that. Shots. I'm like, if that wasn't true, why are you coming to defend it? And then why are you bringing in the element of money? Mheshimiwa, what is happening? Evil is everywhere, and evil tries to control everybody. That's the nature of evil. So if it's not true, you don't have to prove it. So now you're telling us, hey, you know what? The one who came out with this, I am daring you to prove that I was actually smashed. I'm like, hey, 10 millions, all of that 10 million. So hey, betting must be paying, right? But either way, maybe it's me who is judging, but I always share my side of the story. It's not an opinion, it's not a fact, I don't care. I'm just sharing what I see from the eye that I see it through. I'm looking at this guy, I'm just like, My friend. Well, hey, hey. China, a member of parliament. So either way, the only way to deal with pain is not to deal with it. It's not by stop dealing with pain. Why are you dealing with things that are not happening to you? They're happening through you. So stop identifying with the pain. For example, I am depressed. No, you're not. You just don't have money. You just don't have a job. I am depressed because I lost a job. Sometimes I listen to people and I listen to the reasons why you're depressed, and then I pity you because you have taken so much an identity of a job. And this goes to Chebet. Make sure you don't take an identity of your job because you're saying you have a good job. First things first, there's no good job. There's just a job. You're just an adult and you have a job and you have to pay bills. So there's no good and bad job. There's no more money or less money. There's just money. All right. So stop identifying with those labels of a good job. It's not a good job. Because the moment you put a label on it, that's when depression starts. Because when you lose that job, you start telling us, oh, I had a good job and I lost it. You don't have a job. You have a responsibility and you're paying it by adulting. So whatever you're doing is just adulting. It's not a good job, it's not a bad job, it's just a job. Number two, it is so unfortunate that you can see women drinking alcohol and behaving crazily. It is so unfortunate that you can see our children in the campuses. And by the way, if you have a child in a tertiary institution, a daughter or a son in a tertiary institution, let this come to you. It is clear that these guys are smoking bang every single day. They are. Oh, you're shocked because you went today with your daughter to church. Your daughter was in Kesha yesterday, right? So you are shocked. No, my daughter cannot be smoking weed, right? Did you know she has a tattoo that you didn't know about? Did you know she has actually pierced her clitoris? Did you? My daughter, your daughter, your daughter tells us she resents you so badly, but she can't find a reason to face you and tell you that because you are so angry. You as the father, you are absent because you're chasing a career. You as the mother, you hate your children so bad that your head is deep into a career. And now you're thinking that making money is going to actually change your daughters and your sons. They are becoming as evil as you. So when you look into that mirror and you see your daughter with a tattoo or a clit piercing, don't be surprised. Your daughters are putting tongue rings out here, not because it's beauty. No, because they want to go down on their knees and suck men's penises. Did you know that? Did you know that? Oh, it's beauty. My daughter is beautiful. She has pierced her tongue and she has a nose ring. And do you know how much we are pulling that nose ring and calling her bull as she mows? Watoto wenu watoto wenu wamejaa mirema, wako na OnlyFans accounts. Your daughters, your daughters are actually fornicating with the priests. And now on Sunday we are in church saying hallelujah. Either way, let's continue. Yeah. So yes, the issue of Jebet, this is a lesson to most of us, and most of us have actually gone through this. The truth is that when you see a woman getting drunk, it's annoying, man. It's annoying. But you can't help it. You can't react to it because you already have the light. So the only thing you should do is to let them just suffer. Just let them suffer. It's a choice they made, and they have to suffer through those consequences. A decision that has already been made, you cannot change it. You cannot come through for an adult. So let them suffer. Whether it's your mother, your daughter, it doesn't matter. Even your grandmama. If she's smoking tobacco, let her just suffer from the consequences of that. Whatever you're thinking in terms of love, that's an emotional feeling. That's not love. That's hatred. That's resentment. But it makes you think that you love them. Oh, I love my mother so much. You do. If you did love your mother, stop sending her money. If you actually think your mother loves you, disagree with her and see the beast that is there. If you think your father really cares about you, because he says, thank you, my son, for sending me 10,000 every month. This is my check this month from my son, who is a doctor. You think your father loves you because of that? And some of you, your fathers don't need your money. Your fathers need you there. Go visit your father in the villages. You sit in this urban setup for a whole year, 2 years, you've never visited home, and you're sending money, and you think your father needs your money. You think your parents need your money. They don't. No wonder you're in pain, because every single month you have to think about how to make more money so that you can send them the 10,000, so that you get the validation from it. And that's how you end up exploiting other people, stealing from other people so that you can actually make sure that your goals are achieved. Oh, somebody's saying, be nice, that's my cousin. Please tell your cousin to get rid of that bull's ring. She's not a bull. In the village, we know that bull ring is supposed to control the bull. There are these fierce bulls, Ikolomani. Those people in Ikolomani, they know these things. There's these fierce bulls that has muscles and is used for bullfighting. They are very dangerous, because they're given weed and they lick on busa, and this bull does not feel pain. So then, for you to control that bull, you have to put a nose ring here, because that nose ring holds onto the septum of the nose and is very painful. So a single pull, the bull surrenders. That is what your daughters are doing out here. As they go down on their knees, we are pulling those bull rings and controlling them as bulls. And you're saying, tell your cousin there's nothing beautiful about a bull ring. It's a bull's ring. So let those remain for the bulls. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? You can hate me if you want to. I allow you. I mean, you will not be the first one, right? Thank God I don't need you to love me. I need to be truthful to you so that you get the punishment. Allow yourself to go through that pain, because there's no heaven without hell. Go through that pain. And guess what? If you're still thinking that there's a heaven out here or up here, that prophet said, there's a new trumpet in town. There's a new trumpet in town. And now you know what? So any other voice that is coming out, do not listen to it. Wait for the trumpet that the prophet said. Prophet said, it will sound like this, and I'm putting it to you for the first time in history. I is the prophet straight from heavens. I tell you, when you hear that, oh, Jesus is coming back. Heaven shall open, and we is to enter heaven and go and take honey. We are saying here, no honey, no fruits, but we are going to take honey and milk in heaven. As spirits. Who came up with that idea? You imagine, we are telling you no honey here and no fruits and no milk here. But you are so excited by small things that you think you will actually do everything right here and die only to go and take honey in heaven as a spirit. That you did not take honey as a body, as a physical being. But now apparently you will take the same honey as a spirit. Who told you spirits eat? And we will be singing songs of praise. Who told you spirits sing? Who told you that? Who brainwashed you so bad that now you believe you as a spirit who did not have a talent of singing here, you will sing there? You've even reincarnated multiple times. You've not come out as a musician. You probably had died earlier on as a dog, being chased from a mosque. You reincarnated as you, and you still have a belief that somehow up there you'll become the best. Do you know even the best singer up there was thrown down here? Are you aware of that? Ama mimi stories za jaba. No, I'm not telling you there's no heaven. I'm saying that the kingdom is within, it's inside you. So heaven is actually the moment you drop anger, you're in heaven. That's why we always say this side of heaven. Amazing. Amazing. This side of heaven. Why are we saying this side of heaven? Because once you overcome anger, you've died from hell and you resurrect in the spirit of good, love. That is heaven. Perfect peace. Perfect peace. But you're thinking some way, somehow, you'll try as much as possible to maneuver this world with anger. And when it comes, you breathe in and you breathe out. And then you'll get to somewhere where you'll be allowed to come in and sit down and drink milk and honey. And, hey, yeah. Do you believe in life after death? Now, I believe in the present. I don't care what will happen after my death. If I die, I die. Dead people, do they even care? I don't know, because I'm not dead. I will figure out when that time comes. I am here. So then why would I even start thinking about the future? I don't have the future. I have the present. So why are you constantly living in an illusion in your head? That idea in your head is a thought that was put there, and it's not your thought. It was put there by somebody. Therefore, you're living a life that is being controlled by that person who wrote that script for you. Heaven and hell are a creation of your mind. There are state of mind, there are state of the heart, perfect peace where you overcome all the thoughts and you're living life in the present. That is heaven. Anger is basically you living in hell. You see that? So imagine us, I am here and I have to think about life after death just because I read in the Bible there's life after death. But I'm not dead. So why am I thinking about life after death? The future and the past are intentionally designed to make you never to think about the present, never to appreciate yourself in the present. Because imagine this, you have made it in the present, all is well. You've made it all right now. You've paid rent, you've eaten, you will sleep well, you wake up healthy, there is the sun, you enjoy the sun, everything is working in your favor in the present. No depression in the present, no excitement at all, you're just staying present. So now when you're staying present, you are in heaven. But some way, somehow, somebody designed it that you will not stay in your own heaven. That you will have to think about the future, think about the past, so that you never appreciate yourself in the moment. Yet, your real reality is now. Your real reality is now. There's nothing like heaven, there's nothing like hell. You have anger, you're living in hell. Okay? All right, press this button here. Good. Amazing. Let there be light, and there was light. Huh? So yes, heaven and hell are a creation of your mind. And identifying with that creation of the mind is the reason why you're actually suffering. Is the reason why you're unable to control anger, is the reason why you're unable to control depression, is the reason why you never be comfortable in the present, because you're thinking you deserve better. There's a future. I deserve better. My future is better than my present. There's no future because your future is now. Your present is the future and your present is the past. So identifying with the thoughts of the past and thoughts of the future is the reason why most of you are actually struggling with life. Because you're thinking that it will always become well. I do tell them that critical thinking is very important. Yes, you have to think deeper. Don't allow yourself to be controlled by the script that is actually written to you. All of us have been actors at some point. We've acted in a script that was not written by us. So imagine you believing that you're actually depressed and identifying with that pain. Depression was not happening to you because it's not physical. That's why you're the only one who is seeing those images in your head. So it was supposed to happen through you, which it happens through everybody. The only problem with you is you have identified with that depression. That identifying with that depression and saying, I am depressed. When that doctor or that psychiatrist writes depression or schizophrenia or hyperactive disorder or bulimia nervosa, whichever prescription they prescribe to you, or ADHD, that is the way you're being conditioned to believe that that is you. And when you believe, you become. And now you suffer because when you believe, you go into a fallen state. In life, there's nothing like believing. There's just you in the present. So you either know or you don't know. There is no way you will know and believe at the same time. Belief hails from a center of doubt, just like hope is coming from a center of doubt. So if somebody is selling you hope, telling you, oh, tomorrow will be better, tell them, you know what, I don't care about tomorrow because I only have now. How can you tell me tomorrow will be better when you don't even know 10 minutes from now what will happen? So the future is now. The past is now. There is no there, there is no there. It is intentional to make sure that you never appreciate yourself in the present. And if you don't appreciate yourself, remember the universe responds to the energy that you're actually portraying. That's why you attract who you are. So the energy that you're giving the universe, you know what, I am depressed, I am weak, I don't have a job, I need a job, I need. Berombejo. Berombejo means give me. You're so empty that you just want give me. Receive. No wonder a pastor touches your head and you fall down because you have received berombejo. Berombejo. Yeah? Mr. and Mrs. Mberombejo, courtesy of Mberombejo. Achana leo maneno bwana. Wacha. You're not depressed. You just don't have a job. Find it. You're not depressed. You're identifying with death. Overcome death. Because another thing that actually gets people depressed is death. Physical death is an illusion. So when I can't teach you how to mourn or grieve. No, I can't. You go through it. But this is the truth that you don't want to hear. We have so much ego that we always think that people who are close to us will never die. Hello? Hello? We have so much ego that it makes us believe that anybody who we think we love, basically who we hate so badly, should not die. That's why right now somebody has died somewhere, you don't even care. But wait until your uncle or your mother or your father or your daughter passes on. Now the pain becomes real. But this is not physical pain. So where is it coming from? It's coming from the ego of you trying to actually control things and thinking that everything that lives here and that has some attachment to you, or you have an attachment to it, should never go away. Hello? But you came with nothing. And you will live with nothing. So then why don't you just drop all these thoughts? It's okay to mourn it and move on. And it's also okay not to mourn. So it's not a must that because people mourn and you were born finding people mourning, that you have to mourn. Some of you exaggerate. Some of you exaggerate. It's okay not to mourn. I told you that the other time I was burying my uncle and I was waiting for my time to get emotional. And at some point I'll catch myself getting guilty. Why am I a bad person? Imagine people are crying and and I'm here just saying, Enda Baba, Enda, hey, we will see you when our time comes. If at all we will die. Maybe that trumpet will actually blow when we are still alive. And you're like, and maybe nobody will ever wake up. It will blow and now all over we told, hey, by day, ni kama tumefunga shule. So God comes and says, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I have closed the earth. Me, the creator of the heavens and hell, I have closed the earth. Or God comes in and says, by the way, you guys, I know the struggle that you've actually gone through. All of you are my sons and my daughters. Please, welcome to heaven. I am the Father. I have forgiven all of you. I am the God who forgives. And I'm the one who put that soul in you. I'm the one who put the guilt, the doubt, everything I created. So please, don't struggle. Welcome to this other side. And there's a brother of yours who has been saved for 30 years and counting. Every day he's like, ai, Mungu amekuwa mwema. And nimeona mkono wa Bwana. Even those who saw the mightiest of God in Bible, even those who saw the mightiest of God, and even an angel, they ran away. Apart from those guys who are LGBTQ in Sodom and Gomorrah, they were looking at the angels and they're like, "Aye, these guys are sexy. These guys are sexy." So Sodom did not begin the other day. It didn't. It started from those days of Gomorrah. These guys are looking at these angels. They're like, I've never seen a man who is a fine man like this one. Here is 10 million. Please prove that I am not of that one. I am not of that direction. Please. That time I think there was no 10 million. There was gold and those to silver. Here comes 30 silver. Please prove me wrong that I don't like this angel here. This angel though. I am willing to lose my 10 million for this angel. Well. They were thinking lesbianism and LGBTQ started the other day. Started those days. Those days. And those days it was serious. Imagine crashing on an angel. At least you have been called an angel now. You've been called like an angel. You're just like an angel human. But those were real angels. You're looking at the angel, even the lights, you can't, you're struggling to see through the lights of the whitest of the whitest. But some way, somehow, you still see a figure and you're like, this one. Hey, wanaume hawa. So when you see these men putting on sweatpants in the gym and showing off your butts, those dry butts in the gym, we are like, we have seen this in Sodom and Gomorrah. We will not buy that. When you see these two gym instructors with two muscles and two tattoos all over, and you're thinking, hey, this guy is built, and this guy is looking at you and saying, this one if I get, I was looking at a certain video, and it's like a comedy skit, but makes a lot of sense to me. So this guy is saying, why is it that lesbians, why is it that they say they hate men, But in a lesbian relationship, one wants to behave like a man. Ah. Ah. So, ama ni mimi wazi. So a gay man is attracted to men, but somehow those men that he's attracted to are feminine. And the confusion is coming in. Is it about the exit, or is it something about the exit? Is it something about the person? Because why would this gay person, if you're attracted to men, then yes, come for these men who have muscles and men who can actually, yeah? If they decide to fold you, they are folding you proper until you don't make that mistake again. So why do you have to go for these two feminine looking males? Kwani, why would they look feminine? So are we confused? Common sense, right? So intellect has actually made us so crazy that we have actually forgotten common sense. You've seen those two, they call them studs, right? Like a stud with tattoos and putting on men's clothes, and there they walk as they bounce with Timberlands. You're like, bana, bro. Bro, sis. No. You're confusing us. We wanted a woman, not a man. We wanted a woman in this because lesbian is female. So we want a female, feminine. Why are you acting male? At lesbians wote wanafaa washikwe, watandikwe viboko. Hey, don't talk about that. Watakuja hii channel. We are reporting the channel. Do you see how emotional they are because of lack of father figures or presence of weak fathers? These are children, our children with no identities. They hate their fathers, they hate their mothers, and they're trying to find validation. Because anything that looks masculine is actually toxic. Now the confusion is so real that now we have fluidity. That I know, but I don't know where I am. Maybe I'm a man, maybe I'm not. Let's just be fluid. I mean, we can fit in any container. The advantages of water, it can fit in any container. You know, we are the Anyway, 10 million is at stake. So once you prove that, you are a millionaire. Doc, tell them, hapa kugongeana ilianza na David kwa Bible with Uriah's wife. Story of David is interesting. By the way, let me ask you ladies. Sometimes I get to wonder, because we say we are wise, we know better, we are experienced and all that. And then I sit back and think, the wisest man who was most wisest man, who was the wisest man on earth anyway? Was it Solomon or so? I'm not so good with those things. This guy had 700 concubines and 300 wives. Hey, Solomon na ejaculation. Hey. Anyway, wacha niache kuongea mbaya. Watu wanaanza kuniambia, you hate Christians. Somebody was asking me, how do you relate to your mother? And I'm thinking, so how I relate to my mother, how is it going to change your life? You talk like you hate women, you hate your sisters, you hate your mother. You've just seen my sister joining this live. Does that sound like hate to you? So what if I hate my mother? Will that change your life? What if you know that I love my mother and I'm still emotional? How will that change your life? So some of your questions, I listen to them and I'm just like, who you nice as emotions. Doc, what's the type of watch you are wearing? Should we take attention away from this? I remove the watch, now we start talking about other things. Wachana mambo ya saa. Hizi ni vitu za dunia bro. But ni vizuri zipite kwako. Sawa? Wachana mambo ya dunia. We can't get validation from our clothes. Imagine, kesho ndo Valentine. So tomorrow is that day called Valentine. I am telling you, out here, some of us will be consoling those who have been heartbroken. Nyinyi mnafungua mwaka and you start thinking about a gift to send somebody. Somewhere you will take somebody, some flowers you sprinkle on a bed, and your girlfriend comes in and just smells roses. This one. Frankincense. Your girlfriend is like, hail, Uncle Chile. You are the best. You are Mr. Frankincense. Hey. So tomorrow, Most people are going to get broken. Because tomorrow you'll realize you chose the wrong one again for the 14th time. Tomorrow you'll realize you've been seeing the wrong one for the last 8 years. Tomorrow you'll realize we have been 10 and he promised to marry us all. And now we are here, we are wondering who is going to get in first. Hey, you saw the two women who are actually arguing that one leaves Mark's territory by leaving a panty, and then this other one comes in and wears her panty. Did you see that? Hey, you've taken this game to the next level. Thank you so much, Dr. Kirui. You guys have taken this game to the next level. Now you don't even care about marking territories anymore. You go there, somebody has marked the territory, you put on her panty. You're like, I am the owner of this panty. Now you're not asking men, whose panty is this? You simply put on and you wait for the man's reaction. In that case, is it lingerie or lingerie? Lingerie. Yeah. And so you're coming to surprise your man with that robe of yours. And then you're like, your man says, hiya. But this belongs to, he had even put a sticker on that kapanti here with the letter N. May the Nancy's forgive us. N for Nancy or N for Joki, whatever. And then you're doing, and then this guy looks at you and acts surprised. But then he loads quickly and he's like, oh. Kumbe ameona hiyo N akakumbuka, by then hii ni Njoki. Hii ni Njoki. Hii ni Njoki. Squeeze me take game to the next level. Congratulations, ladies. Congratulations. This one is a win for you. It's a win for actually all of us. Hey, kitambo mlikuwa mnatuuliza and then we are like, isi yako? Uko sure si yako? But nowadays, hey. And then you put on and then you come and you're directly on TikTok. You roll a whole live to tell us how you put on your man's ex's panties. Degeneracy of the highest order. Degeneracy of the highest order. Good. Allow me to take some guests in. And ladies and gentlemen, this Uncle Chile platform, you can allow yourself to come in by requesting to be a guest. I need to roll this conversation. This is a conversation that is supposed to be between you and I. It's a fellowship, for heaven's sake.
Just like I.
Kidogo late but locked in. Jimmy Chege, welcome on board, brother. You're looking at me, you're thinking, how many lives has this guy lived? He's speaking about everything. Makena, thank you so much for the giftings. So if you're on YouTube, kindly just like the live. You see, we are talking about algorithms. And of course, I understand that most of you are very evil and very mean. You're thinking, if I like his channel will grow. If I like his channel will grow. My friend, we will grow whether you like it or you don't like it. We have grown imagine we have grown all the way to where we are right now without you liking. That is how bad that's how insignificant you can be to other people. That's how insignificant. That's how your evil nature is destroying you. It's not about me. It's not about my channels growing. They will grow either way because what I talk is actually what people are going through. And again, possibly it's not me. It's something that is talking through me. So your role is to actually allow that thing to also talk through you. And you'll become a superhuman. But you look at yourself sitting there and saying, huyu na anachukia, and then you scroll and you find my video again, and then you scroll, you find you're like, ni ugu tena, ugu gutu. But how long shall you hate us? How long shall you hate us for telling you who you are? We simply expose what is happening inside you. We expose it, and that is your business. You have to fix it whether you like it or you don't. Good. Thank you for those of you who are sharing it and who are reposting. I want to roll a live and I want to roll a conversation with people who... Did I see some guests here? If you'd like to roll in terms of overcoming anger, false identities and all that, you can actually come in as a guest. And if you have a question that you need to put out so that I can address it, you can put it out. If you're on YouTube, put it out on the comment section. I'll read it and respond.
If you're waiting for questions that concern health, simply wait for Monday, the show that is Health and Wellness Sport, an amazing show. Amazing platform on YouTube called Health and Wellness Sport. Amazing platform on YouTube called Uncle Chile. And an amazing platform on Telegram called Health and Wellness Sport. Amazing. Thank you so much for being so generous with these likes and these gifts and those follows and all that. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Okay. So yes, spiritual order of life. Again, I repeat. Why do I constantly repeat this? Because for you to get it into your small kyoms, I must repeat it every single day. That God above men, men above women, women above children. If that order is distorted, starting from the man, the woman becomes a mess. The children become a mess. All these things that we are going through is because of lack of moral authority from the homes, where we have present fathers who are weak and they don't know how to deal with our mothers. So they allow our mothers to control us and become mini versions of our mothers. Also, angry mothers. Some of you women are so angry. You come into that house and everybody wants to run. Some of you go and reunite with your children after maybe you work in Nakuru and your children stay here in Nairobi. And you come in for a weekend and your children are wondering, when are you going back? Because they're looking at you, angry woman, they don't want you. You make a call and all of them don't want to talk to you. Why? Because you're so angry and you're putting and projecting this to your children. And they resent you so badly. Unfortunately, they don't know. Whoever you resent, you become. So they've deserved to become as you. They are judgmental, they're insecure, they have fear, they have doubt, they self-sabotage themselves, they are depressed, they overthink, they live in the future that they don't even have because you've lost your future in them. You've actually given them this sign of success. This is how success should be. This is a family of doctors, and we have to have you as a doctor. No wonder your son is busy smoking weed in the campuses. No wonder your daughter is busy piercing the nose to put a nose ring. No wonder they are drawing all these tattoos everywhere because of the pain they feel from inside. It is happening through them, but they don't know. So they're actually expressing it externally because that's what they identify with. So pain has become part of them. Look at them sharing their nudes out here every single time. And they don't care if those nudes leak. Now they don't care because they've seen there's one who has been rewarded for actually showing her nudes. I simply air my nudes out and I say, these are videos for 3 years ago. And then I'm rewarded by the church. The church shall accept me because this is where I belong and I'll get the endorsements. And I'll be seen blessing women by applying oil on their feet and anointing them. And then I simply sit back and do the same things and post on OnlyFans. Now it's only that my OnlyFans is actually me serving my pastor. So you just move from an OnlyFans account to a pastor's bedroom. Doc, talk about the spirit of identity Fridays concerning deadbeat parents on both sides. Thank you so much. This is John Nyamwamba. John, first things first, there is no deadbeat parent. That word deadbeat is just like calling somebody a single mother or a deadbeat father. Those are labels that are designed to make people play victims. They don't exist, they are false, they are lies, and they come from daughters of the lie and sons of the lie. And these labels are intentional to actually make you play a victim. So there's nothing like a deadbeat parent from both sides. There's no deadbeat mother or deadbeat father. They're just evil people who are exercising their form of control to everyone. And unfortunately, this is to their children. And you see, let me tell you this for free, brother. You see, most career women hate their children. Hello? Most, not all. Most career women love their job so bad that they are willing to actually sacrifice so much for their job and not for their children. And if you look keenly, most women have become career women because the one who is taking care of them failed. There was a weak father. So they decided to take up the masculine roles because provision is a role of a man. Thank you so much for those gifts. Thank you. So most career women hate their children so bad, but they cannot accept it. They can't because they have ego. They worship their career. They love their job, and their job has become their God. So it controls them. So they don't have love for their children because if they had love for their children, their career would not make sense. Their jobs have become their gods. They control them so badly. That's why they leave their husbands in bed in the morning with an erect penis. They go to work to attend a meeting with the boss because there's a new provider. Right? That's why you are the son. When you send your mother money, there's that respect that actually drops from your father because you're the new provider. Therefore, that spiritual order of life starts being distorted. And this is not me saying don't send your mother money. Do what you want. However, understand, nature does not care. So when a parent is missing, when a father is absent, that is an evil father, because children are supposed to be raised by both parents. However, look closely. Children are supposed to be raised in a marriage, a union. That union is what most people escape. And then they use deadbeat to actually defend their evil nature. Why? Because you knew very well you're getting into a sexual experience with somebody you're not married to. And you allowed yourself to get pregnant for them. So you gave them your most qualified gift, the womb, to this man that you chose to have children sex with out of wedlock. And then now you have to blame that man for being a deadbeat. Those are your choices. So look in the mirror and identify with yourself. That man is who you are because you attracted who you are. That woman that you're calling a deadbeat mother, whatever it is, an absent mother, that is your choice. You chose this to be a farm to put in your seed. And then you look at that farm, you're not happy. Mothers are always in career. They leave the house at 5, they come back at 10 in the night. Where do you have time? When do you ever have time with your children? So your job has become your God. It's controlling you. And now every emotion that you're picking up from the job, the identity that you're picking up from your job, you bring it at home. You have this success. Yeah, you're driving on a jam in your Kanisa Note, and you're looking at everybody and thinking, oh, you guys are suffering. You know, I am the manager of equity. Oh, you know, I'm the manager of this. You guys look at you. Hey, move. I want to pass because I am the manager even on the road. Don't you know this car? I bought it with my 1.2 millions. Don't you look at that car? Eh? So you want to hoot at everybody. Look at this Kamatatu guy. By the way, those conversations that go through a woman's head when she's driving on the road, you can easily know. Those conversations in their heads. That's the devil trying to just control you here and there, And kidogo, hey. Watch out, kidogo. You blow out totally. Because that kaka has become your God. You love that kaka. You even named it. Oh, Pinky, please, you are Pinky, whatever. So that car has become your God. You love it so badly that it controls you. So anything that happens to that car punishes you directly. Thank you so much, man. It punishes you directly because that's your identity. You love your children so badly, they become your God. They control you. Anytime they are sick, you're also sick. So the moment you get an identity, you will know. At some point, you're willing to go all the way alone. You know how many attachments or whatever it is, you'll easily detach and you keep moving because you realize that identity shows you what to do. It controls you. It's actually, you get control from the spirit that you've been inhabited. Right? That's why I told you never to judge yourself for anything you've done, whether good or evil. You're not responsible. It is that spirit that lives in you that is responsible. So if your role is to identify that I have an evil spirit in me, which is called anger, admit that you have anger so that you become aware of it and you start fighting it. Start overcoming it so that you don't react to everything emotionally. Right? So yes, there's no deadbeat father, there's no deadbeat mother. They're just evil people and they're trying to exercise their control over everybody. Unfortunately, the first culprit is their children. The moment you look at life that way, that it's all about what is good and what is evil, you will drop all those identities. False identities, oh, I'm a single dad, I'm a single mother. You're not. You're just a father, you're just a mother. Period. Because when you say, I am a single mother, you're looking for validation. Oh, she has done a good job. She has raised these children alone. So she was left. That man must be evil. You see that? That man must be so evil. Imagine he ejaculated here, made her pregnant and left her. But this woman chose this man. So this is who she is because she attracted who she is. And until she starts finding out who she is, becomes aware, and starts overcoming what is inside her, she'll keep on attracting the same type of men in a different body. That is your mistake. That is how you've suffered. You've constantly attracted men who are exactly as your weak father. And then you blame the men. Oh, take time to fear men. I saw that other actress the other day washing dishes and telling people, oh, you know, I invited the baby daddy on my daughter's or my child's birthday. And he said he doesn't want to spend time with me because I'm toxic. And then she asked, how about Lirikali? Toxic Lirikali. And I'm just looking at her and saying, oh, listen. Stop buying validation on us. We don't care. Whatever happened between you was in the bedroom. We were not there when you're getting pregnant. We were not there when you gave birth. It's none of our business. We know you as Maria. Act. We know you as Maria. We want to see that acting. We're not interested in your private life. You're bringing us now, oh, baby daddy issues. That's your problem. When you're giving out that organ, were we there? We were not there. So why are you involving us now? At least involve us, even in that bedroom. We'll know, we are part of this Maria family. Now you're telling us that it take a minute to fear men. No, take a minute to fear yourself because you're who you are. Fear yourself because you're evil. You're an evil person. And then you blame them because evil does not want to actually identify with you. But it's in you, it's controlling you. So now it's telling you, hey, you know what? This is wrong. This is right. They were bad. You are a good person. Imagine you've always been a good person. I don't know why I'm hurt by and then the psychologists tell you bad things happen to good people. Hey, that way. Evil comes from evil. Nothing good comes from evil. So stop telling us, I was a good person and he hurt me. Yeah? I hope he misses me. I hope he thinks about me. No, he doesn't. He moved on with another evil person like you. So Kimau jamani, Uncle Chile mapangale apat. Leave it. Welcome on board, brother. Identify these are eye-opening. I understood victimhood through these sessions. Amazing, Alice Kumbeo. Yes. Every day you wake up thinking about how to play a victim so that you get validation from people. It's an evil move, and it's not your fault. Therefore, don't judge yourself for it. You are taught that by the script that was written to you by your mother because of a weak father or an absent father. Wishing you a happy Valentine's Day. We don't want usitake kunikumbusha nilinunua doli mzima nikapeleka wazi wapi. And then you will take that big red doll there, that teddy bear. You've written on here, baby mama, or whatever it is. And then that teddy bear will be put in a corner somewhere and labeled your name. But when the new man comes in, who provides, not who brings in teddy bears, that teddy bear will be thrown away on the balcony fast, and then he leaves and is taken back to the corner for you to come and see and buy more teddy bears. Because your role is a useless role. You think buying teddy bears is provision? You think buying chocolates is provision? So now you've actually accumulated 2,000 shillings. You want to buy white chocolates and surprise your girlfriend, and you forget about she's been providing for you the whole year. So you think chocolates are going to actually change her mindset that you're not a provider? Streets, though. We'll see you in the streets, and we'll remind you that, you know what, identity is what you need. You don't need teddy bears. Some of your girlfriends are now with their boyfriends. Your babe is with her babe. And they're there saying, oh, babe, you're sending to messages. Hey, did I tell you the story about Whisper? Hey, there was like a Kale girl, my friend. I'll tell you this and expose this, but I'll say this at the last one. I will save this one for the last. So if you stick here, you'll hear the Whisper story. Yeah? We all think we are good people until that goodness is tested. Trust me, you think you're good because you're chasing a feeling or a thrill of feeling good. So everything you're doing is because of that thrill. So you're not a good person. Because if you're a good person, you will not think. You don't think that I'm a good person. You will do good. Because out of good happens good. So you'll not be thinking, oh, I'm a good person. By the time you're thinking you're a good person, you're actually the worst. You are the worst. Because why are you thinking about it? Good people do good. They don't have to think about doing good. Just the same way rich people, they live that life. They don't have to tell you, I am rich. If they're telling you I'm rich, if they're showing you money, street boys. So let me tell you a story about, is there any guest here before I take you through that story and then close it up? So there's this girl called, let's call her Rispa. Okay, she had a nickname called Tichi. Tichi. One day you listen to this live and you're like, that means I hate you. And I'm like, amazing. So I had this Kale girl, very cute. You know Kales. You guys don't know. Kales, you're either this side or this side. There's no in between. I could like, hey, Kale 50-50. You are Kuyus, Kambas, and Luyas and Luos. But at the end, you either or so you either have a perfect tip line or you have a mess. You either a good runner or you can run at all. You can't run at all. You're either that cutie or you're not. So mistake number one, I decided to go for the cute Kale. Hey, I used to have some tests. Nowadays, I don't know where that test disappeared, but I used to have some tests. Hey. For the sake of the boys, you know, I have to pick one for the boys. And the boy said, hey, Lewi. Very master. So I used to be a master. So I chose this charisma, the teaching. So, hey, Tichi punished me. Tichi would come to our room. You guys who live in campus hostels, you know. So there's this design of folding or putting a bed sheet on the beds, and then you're busy doing your things there. Kwani mnajua hii kitu? Ile yenye the double decker bed. It's like you tie a bed sheet from corner to corner, so that your things are secret, but the bed is still there. The bed is still active. So this guy up here is suffering. Possibly you're the one who sleeps on top, on the bed that is on top. But now because you have a charisma coming in, you talk to this guy and tell him, you know what, bro? I have a teacher coming in. Today, wewe lala juu, mimi nafunga bed sheet hapa chini, nafanisha hapo chini shughuli yangu. Hey, I'm like, hey, my guy goes up. Then I tied the bed sheet and of course, but what there was kulikuwa na makosa ilifanyika. So teacher was very beautiful, but I don't know why these beautiful women, they have a small problem. There's a small problem in this cute, very cute women. So teacher comes in, no accent. Imagine a Kale with no accent. I'm like, this one. So teacher comes in with the boots. You know, these boots that ladies put on. Is it my boots? Then reference that talk about. So me, I saw these boots and I'm just like, where heaven has come and me is happy. Today is the day that teacher is going to call my name. Yeah, all my 3 names, you will shout my names. So I bring in teacher and I tie the bed sheet and everybody's there. So in the middle of the night, there's this kind of funny smell that is coming out. So me, I'm thinking, maybe ni shughuli. maybe now you overperform. But there's too much here. But the smell is not so. But then I decided to go and at least ease myself so that I come back and overperform again. Even though there's a smell that is weird, I have to overperform. So I come back and I'm like, this smells like the shoes. So the curious me decides to just lift that boot, you know, because so when you remove the boots, there's a way they fall. I imagine so I lift the boot. I'm like, Gigi, what is happening? In whose hands am I safe? I'm like, So the weird part is, I ignored it until morning. The weak me could not allow me to tell her, hey, Chichi, these shoes, these boots of yours, didn't have to put on boots without the socks at least. So me, I go ahead because now I have to compromise. You know, these are just shoes. I mean, anybody can actually have stinking legs, but she's beautiful. So I mean, let's just finish the business. Hey, Chichi, Mimi, pressure. Kumbe, every guy in that room was actually suffering from this smell. So, hey. Acha hiyo story tuachie hapo. Hawa tumalize. Ndio sasa mwanzo kunaangalia ile macho ya Lewis nawe. And then to ex start saying, I'm at the story yet. And they block me. So the following day in the morning, I'm waking up. I'm the first one to wake up, of course. I'm thinking that in my head. I'm the first one to wake up because I mean, you know, when you've given you've ejaculated multiple times, you have no energy. You just want to sleep. So I'm waking up thinking that I'm the first one to wake up. I realize the room is empty. We're just 2 of us, right? And I'm wondering, where are these guys? These guys hardly wake up early. These guys watch a movie until the death night because they put a woofer so that they don't hear the soundtracks, you know, coming in from that bed sheet. So where are they now? These guys have disappeared. I'm like, it doesn't hit me that these guys actually ran away from that castle. I'm like, but that time the room is crazy. But then I decide, you know what? I mean, maybe I'll not be attracted to her anymore because of this. So let me finish up because now the room is ours. Let me finish it up and ile ya mwisho chinja kuua. So I go ahead and I finish that and I escort her back. But in my head I'm just thinking, unajua vitu zingine pia tunaingianga. I know, I'm not alone, I know. So these guys come back. These guys come back later on after she has left. And I find these guys have cleaned up the room. Hey, I'm like, when you have vijana wako active aje? Wamosha mpaka room. Then the guys are looking at me with that eye. But please, don't bring Rispa back. Please, at least look for Kajeriza. Please, eat that way. That time wasn't daktari. Lewi, hii wachana kabisa, hiyo ya Rispa. But ni karembo, you know how men do. Men will lie to you. Like, Rispa si kabaya, ni karembo. Rispa ni karembo. So venye tu, but ni karembo. I'm like, niko ndeno. So nice of Kevin look at me and saying, hii ulitoa wapi? I'm like, huku tu, mumu tu. And then I decided, let me break it to them. Guys, I know. I am sorry, guys. I know. The boots, when I went out, so when I just said the boots, everybody cracked. Hey, ni vizuri umejua. Hey, umetutesa. Unajua tulitoka hapa 6 asubuhi. Tulijaribu hata kuona movie. Haingii. Wacha tuone movie afternoon. Lakini itabaki tu ununue chai. So I had to give my guys something for tea. Rispa. Pole bwana, but I hope things change for you. Akiona hii ataniua. Shan, kwa nini Rispa? Huyu ni mwingine, huyu si wewe. Hata huyu si yule mwenye, si Rispa mwenye, ni mwingine, si huyo mwenye hapana. Nisikuja nikapata text hapa kwa phone. You are talking bad about me. Si wewe. No, it's not you, it's another one. Okay? At the please present on medication. That time I wasn't a doctor. That time I was a student. I was still hustling. You know, I went on a date with this lady because I lied to her that I'm a hustler. Okay, so I told her I do a lot of online writing. At least Paulo Bomet. Msianze kunipea watu marispo wa Bomet huku mimi sijui ni wapi ndio. So I lied to her that I'm an online writer. She was like, hey. And then she told me that was the first time I heard the word sapiosexual. I am addicted to sapiosexual. What is that, ladies and gentlemen? What is that? I am addicted to sapiosexual. What is that? Let's find out. Those of you who know, what is sapiosexual? I don't know. I think I suspected this. You know how we pretend with that kalap?
Sapio. Like, guys, sapio ni ke. Neke ke sapio. Wacha
Nyinyi hamjui sapiosexual ni nini?
Good. Finding intelligence sexually attractive or arousing. Now, it's not like I'm Googling it for the first time. I did that time because I had to find out why am I sapiosexual? You know, am I Homo sapien or sapio whatever? So I went to Google and my attention went just to the sexual attraction. I didn't care about the intelligence. No, I mean, I'm a hustler, but I'm concerned about the sexual part, which actually happened. But so that sapiosexual actually got me thinking, maybe I am sapiosexual. But you see, it looks like somehow gay something, right? So I didn't know, but I pretended. That time I had a idiot's phone. So chini ya maji uko like sapio shetu usichome. Kwa sababu akadem ni karembo. Unajua kale kadem unaona haka nako kamekuja. Haka Mungu ali take time. Ni mguu tu shetani aliingilia. Lakini kama si mguu, mungenijua. Nikaona natembea nako hii Valentine's Nairobi. From Thika to nimekashika tu mkono niko like I am sapiosexual. Sapio. Ni amjui mapenzi. Wacha nenda hiyo Valentine's unaongelea amjui mapenzi. Tatu wafunze kidogo. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking your time to be here. The sapiosexuals of you are sapiosexual, okay? So cheers and shots for that. Nimekiona. Ati daktari, ukweli ya leo ni mzito katoto. Nyinyi vitu mnatufanyia. Ladies, the things that we sacrifice for you people. You know sometimes, let me be wrong. Saa 4 imefika. We have 10 minutes to saa 4. But let me say this either way. Sometimes a man is having sex, having sex with a woman, all right? And then you look at how this woman is struggling to get that orgasm until you pity this woman. You go to like, hapa hata sapiosexual inapotea. You're just looking at this woman and wondering, why the struggle? Like, you see the struggle in her face. It is not even a natural orgasm. Like, now you're just like, okay. So what is happening with you ladies? Is it that you've used so much toys? Is it that you don't have identities? Is it that you've used so much electricity and now every sense in you has nothing? Have you watched so much porn that you've actually disconnected with real realities? What is happening? Are you so angry about men that you're struggling to even get an orgasm that is supposed to be very natural? Some of you are chasing a squat. You just want to squat. And you're making somebody's son dig a well the whole night because you're so interested in that. So you're guilt tripping him. You're making, if I don't get there, my friend said that is the best place to be. If I don't get there, you don't know how to have this. So this guy is thinking about all the movies he has watched about porn, and he's just exercising that porn on you because he just wants you to actually produce that urine. It is actually urine, by the way. At leo mbona tuvunje mbavu? Sijavunja mbavu. Mimi yani maisha yangu ni movie. Haina haja niwafiche. Mimi nawaambia ukweli kwa sababu nataka mrelate. Doc, your thoughts about doctors that were paraded by Prophet of War, and if so, would you accept to be? Now, listen, I'm not against anybody, and I don't have opinion about anything, all right? But it's easy for me to see evil and discern evil and keep moving. I've had my doubts about HIV. I've had my doubts about religion, and I believe religion actually came in to write a script to people, and people are acting that script successfully, and it's a way of brainwashing the masses. But again, he is who he is. He does what he does. Those who believe become, and that's the problem. So if you believe in what his doctrines are, you go ahead and believe in them. If you don't, prophet has nothing on you. It is you. Your real world has nothing to do with the prophet or the doctors there. It has nothing to do with that. If you have a good eye, you will see it. If you have the spirit of good, you will be guided on how to react to these things. You will not have an opinion. You will not pass a judgment. You will simply exist and move, and you'll focus on you so that you become so perfect that your life attracts who you are. All right? Yes. So that's my take. Our role is to focus on ourselves. Focus on you and become a beast on yourself that nobody can match that energy. And that's why when you have an identity, possibly you'll be alone. You'll be alone. And that is scary. You see that? It is scary for somebody who is used to being around people. You know, when I was working in Coast in Mombasa, I used to realize when I was still drinking alcohol, I used to realize that most times I was the one who was buying alcohol. All right? Because my friends were not that much. Of course, some of them were doctors. But most of the times I was the one who was buying alcohol. Why? Because I was so empty and so lonely that I knew alcohol will actually buy me company. So I'd spend so much money to get company from doctors and from people who actually drink. People who actually interact in a club. Simu zetu ni, buda uko wapi? Twende Mios. Buda uko wapi bana jo? Hebu tufike Mint pale Bamburi mwisho. Buda uko wapi bana? Hebu tuingie mtu hapa. So it was all that. And I was the one who was funding that lifestyle because I was the one who actually seemed so empty and I had to buy company. That is what happens to most people. Most people, you don't want to drink. No, you are hollow, you are lonely, and you know that if you go to places where people are drinking, one, you'll get cheap sex and available sex from those hoes there. Number two, you'll get company from those men there because your stories relate, because all of you are empty. And misery loves company. All right? So when I dropped the alcohol habit, I realized literally everyone dropped off. Every friend of mine who was an alcoholic, they'll call me and I tell them, the weekend mean go fasting, bro. Miss end up and a fast. And they hang up and you'll never hear from them again. And then they start saying, we no fast, we are chana, we are jura, we are squeezing a fast, man. So they'll make it as a joke, but ideally they actually dropped you. So it became so easy for me to actually maneuver that because I didn't even care. Once they drop, I didn't even feel any guilt. And that's the beautiful thing about male friendships, because I cannot talk to you for 6 months or so, but when we meet, we behave like we've been talking all through. You see that? So we will meet and have these conversations, but after that, we are not calling each other, we're not going hanging out or nothing. And I was
nothing makes sense that you don't care about anything. If somebody wants to drop off, let them. If your girlfriend tells you, oh, you're like, oh, okay, so do you want any assistance? Well done. Oh, you're not available. Okay. What else do you want? I mean, I'm not available, so keep moving. You can't be here and complain when you're here. Just move. You know you deserve better, right? Move. Why are you here? If I'm not better or you're not the best, then you don't deserve to be here. Just keep moving. That's how you live your life. And you realize you will cut off so many people, and you not even cut them off. They'll cut themselves off because they don't sense the energy. They don't relate to that energy. And that's a beautiful place to be. And the opinion about the doctors, Prophet, there's no opinion, bro. Stop thinking about opinions. Drop the opinions because none matter. It's not our business. Did you see how many people are attending that crusade? Did you see? So you want to tell me that we are brighter than those 100,000 of people who are attending that mkutano? And this mkutano happens every time in Nakuru. I was a ticketon. I attended those mkutano. I've actually met from home. He had come to attend that mkutano. This guy is called William. I kept telling this guy, bro, what are you going to do here? I don't understand. This guy was so deep into that breakdown. He went there from Western to Nakuru. And he had fasted 3 days, 72 hours without me telling him because I wasn't preaching that gospel. 3 days, bro. I met this guy in there. The mouth wants to crack. This guy is the Gunias, the woven Gunias. And I'm looking at Philip. I'm just like, Philip, what are you doing? He's like, hey, bro, the prophet anakuja leo. Prophet is coming today. We are preparing the way. I'm like, hey. What is happening, bro? This guy was employed in a shop. This guy closed the shop for 3 days to come to Nakuru to actually fast and see the prophet and sing those songs. This guy is even offering me to send me those songs, a mix of those songs. You know how they sing those songs? You remember those songs? You know those songs? So this guy is offering to send me a mix of those. Me, I'm listening to this song and it's like, and then I have to pretend, you know what? By the way, these songs make sense. Wacha tukumbuke, nikikumbuka ulikonitoa. Sasa hiyo mimi pale niko hata sijatolewa mahali, but I have to pretend that no, I'm in the spirit with William. Oh, wacha tukumbuke. I'm even crying because Philip is also crying, and I'm crying because I'm looking at Philip. He has not eaten for 3 days. I'm like, hey, Philip, you're about to see heaven, right? Sasa hiyo mimi nimetoka. There's a place. Is it called Waterpark? Waterpark Hotel in Nakuru. There's like a street you get in that comes inatokea kwa hii barabara ya Kabarak University going to Shaba huko chini. So there's like a street there that has like a hotel. There was like a hotel there was called Dunga Hotel. I'm just from Dunga Hotel before I came to the showground, and I've taken my 2 chapatis and githeri, plus like a short tea there. We used to do that for about 70 people. I've stoked myself and I'm here pretending like, you know what I mean? Nangojea prophet. By the way, tujakula. Acha tuimbe. Tukikumbuka. I'm just saying, Philip ukijua, saa hii mkanifinya tumbo nitapika githeri. Wewe hujakula, mimi nimekula githeri bro, lakini wacha tushiriki. Unajua Mungu hawezi judge. Wacha si wote tuimbe. And then we stayed there from around 1 to 3. These people are just singing, bro. So I come out of there, I'm like, me, I'm tired. Hey, prophet akuji bana, nimeimba sana bana, hata njaa ishaanza kuniokota. Mimi siwezi fanya siku ya 4. I can't fast again any further. So I decided, and we used to go from town all the way to Menengai there, but I used to play those sides in section 58 sometimes. And then of course Shabe also was my place. So, I mean, you can't understand this thing. So we used to make a trip from town. So mambo ya kutembea nianza kitambo. From Nakuru town all the way to section 58, those sides. Au kwa njia kwenda Kunste huko, Hotel Kunste kwenda huko juu pia. So we did that work. And then coming to town, we meet this guy coming out of Merika Hotel in the CBD. Merika, guys, you know Merika Hotel? Let me tell you something about 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗡𝗚. A friend of mine called 𝗑𝗚 is now a pastor. Hey, mimi best wangu ni a pastor. So he took me there to 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗡𝗚 for a treat. Hey. And then the first thing they brought was this kanini, this steel ball with they poured on some lemon water, right? And then they put in like a lemon. Bro, you know, you should have hung out now to Matajiri pia. Bombay. So it was a rich kid. So he's taken me there, and then they bring this thing. You remember me? I come from Emuhuya huko ndani. So these guys bring in that lemon water on like a steel stuff. Me first of all, I'm just like, way hapa sasa leo watajua wajui. Yeah? So before I realize that enyewe mluya that ball is on my mouth, and Edu is asking me, mbona unakunywa hivi? That was embarrassing. Edu ananiambia, mbona unakunywa hivi? Naambia, kwani si ya kuprepare mtu for digestion? Edu ananiambia, bana hii ni ya kunawa mkono. I'm like, nimefika moja ya kunawa mkono. That was embarrassing. So that is the state of the nation. So I come there and I see Prophet and this team are leaving 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗡𝗚, and outside their parked Range Rovers and all that. I'm just like, here comes the holiness. This 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗡𝗚 must be the heaven here. Yeah? And I was like, I drank here some maji ya kunawa mkono. So I'm drunk straight from heaven. So I'm like, huko kwenye tumetoka, wakina William hawajakula kitu 3 days. But Mutumishi is coming from a 5-star hotel. Wajinga ni sisi. Yeah. So mkiona mtu tukitrend tu ati, oh, you guys are going by road, yeah? Those things are actually real. They're actually happening. So I witnessed them and I was just like, how bad have we fallen? How bad have we fallen? Either way, you know. So don't ask me about any opinion, because imagine those hundreds of thousands of people who have been brainwashed in that direction. How many people believe in that gospel? How many people do you think believe in this nonsense? You saw the other day that interview that came out from TV47.
You saw the lie. You would see it openly. But again, you want me to validate the lie. I cannot validate the lie. The truth is, I choose to focus on me. I'll become me until everything works. Good. Sorry about that. I'm being reminded to advertise my platform. So, 2 platforms on YouTube. I have Health and Wellness Spot on YouTube. All right, a very healthy platform that teaches you things about health. I have the platform that I'm on live right now called Uncle Chi.
Go and follow all those pages. And on TikTok, if you're here, follow me here. Health and Wellness Sport, and also Uncle Chill on TikTok, okay? Because we want to separate the 2 entities. Also, on 15th, I think that is Sunday, we are starting a 2 months weight loss program. Remember, the 3 months weight loss program started in Jan on the 15th. We are into about 1 month of each. And we alternate this program. So we alternate a 2 months, a 3 months, and a 2 months program. That means in March, on the 15th of March, we'll start a 3 months program. So we're starting a 2 months program from Sunday, basically on Monday, I think so, because that's an official day. So we are starting it this weekend, a 2 months program, very aggressive program that teaches you how to eat clean, how to lose weight, secondary to actually leading a holistic approach of life. These are the conversations that we have there sometimes when we're having those group calls. So we talk about lifestyles, diets, nutrition. We talk about workouts. We talk about fasting schedules. We do these fastings there, and it becomes easier for you when you're part of a group and when you're part of somebody who understands it better, because I've gone through that journey and I understand it better. And I've taken more people through that journey. It's just amazing. So if you wish to join those platforms, or if you wish to join that weight loss program, I think tomorrow will be the last day for you to join in before they close up. Use the office contact and send a text message through WhatsApp.
07074722. That is the office contact. Send a text message on WhatsApp and tell them you're booking for a weight loss program. They will book you in. It's only 4,000 shillings for the 2 months, all right? And 6,000 shillings for the 3 months program. There are a lot of people who have benefited from these programs. And of course, you've seen testimonies everywhere. I share all these things on my platforms in terms of success stories, that I'm allowed to share when somebody recovers from these conditions. 0707074722. That is the office contact. You can use that office contact to either book a physical appointment with us or an online appointment with us, or these weight loss programs that we do every single time. So that's the contact. I've pinned it on all these platforms. So use it to get better, all right? And then don't come there and say, hi, hello, you want us to chat. No, simply send a message. I am Flani, this is what I'm interested in. You'll be booked in straight up. So usikuje na ile energy ya kuchat. Hatuko kuchat maze, tuko kazi. All right? Yes. Joe Boboge is in the building. Jambaka FL.
So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining those programs, for supporting us, for following us, for sharing people to us. And actually, that referral is actually highly appreciated. We survive on that. We change people's lives for the better, one life at a time. It's a blessing that you have become part of us. I am so happy that I don't have followers. I am happy that I have a community, that we trust each other, that we make each other better, that we can actually support each other in every way possible. And of course, we start from these platforms that are called Identity Fridays. We'll build down that identity. Once you have that foundation of an identity, we find it easy to find the consistency, the patience, and the discipline to do it even when you don't feel like doing it. So yes, we might make stories here and there, but those stories are intentional to actually pass a point, because you are going through the same, I've gone through the same, I'm not better off than you. It's just that I have light shine upon my path, and I use that to shine it upon your path. And if it changes your life for the better, amazing. Thank you so much, Chico. Thank you so much for everybody who has actually liked, shared, been here for all these about 2 hours of this session, just listening to me saying these things and actually asking questions, gifting us, and being a blessing to us. You are a blessing to us because you're a family to us. And thank you so much for being an amazing audience. So yes, I'll have to end it here unless there's somebody who wants me to address something. If there's none, we keep moving. We'll see you. If God gives us the best on Monday for our health and wellness sports show on Monday. And then we'll see you again on Friday next week, if God gives us the grace, for Identity Fridays. So excellent shows lined up for you. Excellent, of course, himself, Dr. Lewis Muchile, aka Uncle Chile. It makes sense when you're listening and when you're getting better. I wish you well, and I hope you have a good night. Take care of yourself. Tomorrow, go and enjoy that Valentine. If God wakes you up, and yes, if you get broken, you'll find us in the streets saying, oh, Babji, 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 Babji. Or some of us will give women leaning shoulders. He is a very bad guy. Come on, come on, come on. This one, he hurt you. He does not know what he's going to miss. You are. He just doesn't know what he's going to miss, because you are that person. You imagine everybody wants to be with you, but him. He does not know what he's missing. Come. Oh, pole sana, pole sana. Before you notice it, hapo nyuma ya kitanda, we are looking for that string. What do you call it again? By then, mbona matafutanga hapo nyuma ya kitanda? Anyway, have a good night and have a good time. I bless you all. Good. But in your other life, you shall be a comedian. I hope so. I hope so.